Hello. Welcome to the Tutors of Life podcast, where we research life so you don't have to. Episode 290. This is your host, Shaun Tudor.
And this is Sam. And this is a talk episode where the tutors talk.
Yep.
And we are the tutors.
With Mimi.
With Mimi.
Who is also a tutor.
Mm-hmm.
She's the cutest one of them all.
Yeah, she is.
All right, cool.
It's raining, so Mimi's scared.
It's raining. Mimi's not happy, so she's sitting in my lap. Sam tried to get her to sit in her lap, but she said, no, Dad,
well, she was
save me.
Already in your lap.
Well, whatever. And, so, rain. Okay, dude, here's the deal. We have a property, Bellevue,
Mm-hmm.
and it's selling.
Mm-hmm.
It's already sold.
Yeah.
Closes in 2 weeks or whatever.
In a week?
In a week. We had a handicap ramp.
Yeah.
And so, took pictures of it, disassembled it, listed it. I had no idea the market for handicap ramps that are on sale.
Mm-hmm.
Because this handicap ramp was like $3,000.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man, I just want to hope this thing moves. So I put it for $750.
Boy, does it move.
Wow.
Yeah.
Within probably 5 hours, had a dozen messages saying like, I will take it. I'm like, what? They just take it. They want it. One person offered more, and I'd already committed to someone and whatnot. But yeah, dude, so anytime we buy a house with a handicap ramp, I'm not making that mistake again. I'm going to do 50, maybe 60% of its value and list it at that.
Mm-hmm.
Because doing it at 25% was not the ticket.
Yeah, no.
That, it just moved. Yeah, not good. So that was interesting.
Yeah, I bet.
It was interesting. A couple people interested in my topper.
Oh, that's good.
Someone interested in the brush guard.
Oh, wow.
We'll see.
That's cool.
Just things I've been putting off
You're finally doing
for
it.
way too long.
Mm-hmm.
Started doing them, and look at that.
Look at you go.
So we should just do that with everything.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I think that's a ticket.
I like it.
So.
Is that like your task list items?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep. Checking them off.
That's exciting.
I'm starting to notice vehicles seem like they're coming down in price a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah, I'm seeing more and more where I'm like, I'd pay that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I would pay that. And a couple things that I was like, this seems like a good deal. I'm like, there's a couple other vehicles priced around this much. It's just the normal deal now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what happened.
But I think less people have less liquid money. So, I mean, we knew this was going to happen at some point. Everything was going to come down a little bit because prices were really high. People had lots of extra cash because the economy was doing well. But now it's year 4 of the economy not doing as well.
Right.
So I think people are kind of losing a lot of their safety nets and banks and shit that they had. So
Could be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Looking at the market, dude, we got a list out for more.
Yeah, that houses, people were saying houses have like come down a little bit, but I think they've gotten worse.
Dude, house prices in Eau Claire look like they've gone up.
Yeah.
For what shit's being listed at this year, it seems to be the highest I've ever seen it.
Mm-hmm. Which is interesting because like we went and got dinner with our wonderful friends Denise McIntyre and Andy.
I'm not going to attempt.
Okay, yep. But we went and got dinner with them, and we were talking about like how Eau Claire's market is just so weird right now, and we heard it was a lot of people coming from Minnesota and the Twin Cities moving over, but she said it's also a lot of people from California. And I was just like, that makes sense.
Does it?
A little bit. I mean, it's probably more people from left states.
Oh, sure.
That are probably coming here anyways, because I mean, when you got to think of housing prices are so much cheaper than they are in California, the cities, Washington. And two, like, Wisconsin's a pretty neutral place.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, a neutral place is probably a friendlier place to them
Sure.
than more of the right-leaning states.
That makes sense.
And I'm sure, like, it's probably also a lot of people's families are here still. Oh,
Right.
she's passed out.
Heads off the rest and everything.
Yeah. I don't think she slept at all today.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, she usually goes asleep pretty well at 7:30 though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I'm late on putting up some videos, guys. I'll make sure I'll get them all up this week. So,
Acting like you're working or something.
I'm just tired, dude. So this week, we're trying to finish one of the elves to have it listed. I hope you guys can hear snoring in the background, by the way. I'm not editing out if you can. Oh.
Reposition.
That looks way comfier.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we're trying to finish one of the elves to get that listed and up and ready next week-ish. Next week. So there's still just a lot of stuff in the house from the original owner. He just got way too many things for the houses, the wrong things for the houses. So we have all the old stuff and we have the new stuff, and Menards also breaks a lot of shit. So we have wrong things and right things, and it's a lot. So we're trying to empty out the house of all the remaining stuff and finish all the last little bit of things. And it's a big fucking house. So usually, like, so in Bellevue, I mean, were we there for that whole week of finishing? Or was it just 3 days?
3 days.
3 days of finishing work. That house is a fourth of Elf.
Right. Without a garage.
Without a garage, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to think finishing work. If you think a fourth of the house probably will take a fourth of the time.
Right.
So I don't think it'll take 12 days. Well, I guess if you think of man hours, though, it's probably going to take 4 times as many man hours.
That house is a bear.
Dude.
They're so fucking big.
It's so big, and just like every corner you look, you're just like. And plus, we haven't done a house that's this expensive. It's also expensive because of how much of a house it is. But I also feel like this is probably the best quality of work we've done.
By far. Hardwoods, tile.
Yeah.
Very nice colonial style trim.
Custom made stuff.
Custom stairs, custom entryway. It's, yeah.
So, I mean, that's another thing, like, we're trying to take into account of, like, okay, some of the switches are upside down. Do we go back through and, like, fix all of them to make them all right? Like, how far do we need to go in the finishing work for this? Is also, I think, like, something we're trying to, like, figure out and get used to.
Right.
There is, however, I'm just saying this on the podcast, you guys, so I'm sorry, just so Shaun remembers. There is just a light bulb hanging in the garage from the pigtails. We have some ceramic holders in the office. Remind me to grab one for Kyle tomorrow.
Good call.
Because then it can just be mounted.
Good call.
But yeah. And also, so much of this house just sat for 20 years. So in the garage, it's so dirty with cobwebs. So dirty with cobwebs. So that's like something we'll have to spend a day just vacuum off all the cobwebs in the garage.
I found a dead bat in the furnace today.
Yeah, that was fun. That's the other elf, though, not this one.
Yeah. That was kind of cool.
Yeah. Have we, like, made sure that all the bats are gone? Like, pest control in there or no?
No.
No.
Seems like a reasonable thing to do.
Yeah. Don't think I mean, it wouldn't hurt, right? Because they could just come in and be like, nope, there's actually no bats in here. And we're like, cool.
Could probably do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd rather pay for that than a rabies shot.
Rabies is cheaper.
Rabies is cheaper than a bat inspection.
Not a bat inspection, but a bat removal.
Well, yeah.
Just live with the bats. $1,500 to get a bat out.
One?
However many are there.
How much is it just for an inspection?
Probably $150.
Yeah. Okay. Done deal.
Cool. So anywho's, what else we got cooking? So we got that. I've been driving the diesel truck around a little bit.
How's that going?
It's all right.
I pointed out to Cheyenne Brooke today, and maybe it's just because I'm not as eco-friendly or economical as the other guys. I have the manliest car, besides like our subcontractors that have trucks.
Right.
My car is the manliest.
Right. Yeah.
Probably also the most reliable out of everyone's.
Hands down.
Mm-hmm.
Hands down.
So I just had that thought because we're all like parked at the same house, and then I look around and I'm like, I bet you no one thinks that that one is mine.
However, they all get good gas mileage.
Right, and that's why I said I'm not as eco-friendly as them.
Because those guys drive from 45 minutes away, and Rico's gets like 35, and Mike's gets like 30.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that makes sense. With the amount of Milwaukee Rico got, it's probably down to 30 though.
That's true. That explains why he has a red vehicle too. Yeah. He likes that red color, doesn't
Loves
he?
Loves it.
Goes with his skin tone.
No, it doesn't. You're bad. Anyways, but I was thinking, yeah, I don't know. I'm always so torn myself. Like, do you drive a car around most of the time to get good gas mileage and like be eco-friendly, or do I just like drive a truck around all the time and say fuck the environment?
You set yourself up to be uncomfortable.
I know.
You guys have to watch the video now. I have to get this one posted before I catch up on the other ones, just so you all can see this.
She just thinks she can fucking rest her head wherever because my hand is there.
Yep. Can you like scooch the table so she could put her head on the table? Probably. Do you want me to do that?
No, I got it.
Do you get it? Don't spill your water, please.
Keep talking.
So, what did you just start mentioning? Guys working, economical tools.
Just cars. Like, I don't know if it's worth driving a car all the time or a truck.
Yeah. I mean, in your case, probably a car because you go everywhere. A hatchback is probably your life, no matter what it is. Did you not get the table close enough?
I did it like a split.
Oh, okay, got it. Oh, so your hand's resting on the table.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you just need a hatchback of any sort. Just because then you can still carry quite a bit of tools or anything if you need. But also then it can be a little bit more eco-friendly.
Like the V-Dub?
No, bigger than the V-Dub.
I need something a little bit bigger than the V-Dub.
Yeah.
Problem is the hatchbacks I want don't get good gas mileage.
How?
And they're 300 horsepower.
Dumb. Dude, today?
Average 19 MPGs.
But you might as well get another 4Runner then. Or you get the 4Runner and I get a Sequoia.
Chill.
Today?
Okay.
I had to, I didn't have to. I volunteered. The guys needed the big shop vac at Dan's project.
Yeah.
And, then there was a couple regular light switches that we didn't have covers for, and, we needed coat hooks for the brand new rack entryway thing. And so I was like, I can just go. That's fine. Like, whatever. I'll make a nice little loop that way. Took me like 25 minutes. I got back and Brooke's like, that was so fast. And I was like, I know my way around a Menards, so I know exactly where the light switch covers are and exactly where the coat hooks are.
Right.
And I was like, I even spent 5 minutes picking out a nicer coat hook.
Mm-hmm.
She was just like, huh. I don't know.
It's not that hard.
No.
People get
Maybe we just need to take Brooke around some tours of Menards, and then she'll get faster.
Yeah. Once you've been around the store a few hundred times.
Dude, yeah.
Second knowledge.
I mean, it was all from when we were redoing Robin. How many times you went to Menards for that. So. Yeah. It's all, and they don't move anything around. If you guys are curious, that's probably one of the only stores that will not move anything around.
But they do sometimes, but it's not common.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's usually pretty nice. I don't know where I was at the other day. I got so frustrated because I was like, where is everything?
This is why Shaun and I can't go to other grocery stores even. Because we get so lost.
It was festival.
Yep. Because we're so used to Aldi that any other grocery store we walk in and we're like, wait, what's happening?
Yeah, it was Aldi, and I was like, why? It was festival. I'm sorry. I'm like, why did you move your shit around? I couldn't find what I wanted. But also, Farm and Fleet redid everything. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, they did.
I don't even know how to fucking function in this joint no more.
That's so bad. I know they kind of had to because they remodeled a little bit, but still. Ugh. Whenever, like, Walmarts do it, kills me in the inside. Kills me. I'm like, no, why'd you do this? This was not necessary.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyways, yeah, I was just so excited that I was able to, like, go in and do that and be so quick. Ooh, fun facts. How about that?
Let's do it.
So I've been reading my flow book, In the Flow.
Oh, yeah.
If you're a woman, I highly suggest just reading it no matter what, because it's about syncing your cycle. So we've talked about it on the podcast before. Women's cycles are 28 days. Men's cycles are 24 hours. Hence why you can't be, switching, swapping.
What?
You can't switch that. You can't switch your cycles.
Oh.
Anyways, so in this book, she talks about syncing your cycle. So like syncing your life to your cycle. Because that is why so many women these days have like infertility issues, PCOS, and just some other like functionability issues. And one of the things I was just reading about was how caffeine affects women's hormones. And it was like something I've heard that like one, like as a human population in general, we shouldn't be doing as much. 2, Americans do way more than other populations. But 3, as women, we shouldn't be relying on caffeine at all. Because it can really... 50% of the population have livers that can filter out caffeine well.
That's men and women?
Men and women. 50% of the population.
For real?
And the easiest way to be able to tell if you have a liver that can flush out caffeine well is if you drink it late at night and if you can go to bed or not.
I can.
So you probably can filter it out pretty well.
Margot can.
My mom.
Your mom?
And
you can't.
No, I don't usually have problems.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can rip a coffee at 8 and go to bed at 10 easy.
Yeah, I mean, I have, like, go to bed at 7, or drink coffee at 7, go to bed at 10. That's not a problem for me. But anyway, so even if you do have a liver that can do that, you shouldn't really be relying on caffeine. So women, there's certain, if you read the book, she goes in depth of like what foods you should be eating during the 4 parts of your cycle.
Yeah.
And like I said before, I love how she lays out the cycle because menstruation is the very last phase instead of the first phase like everyone else does. But so she tells you what different foods to eat during each one. And it doesn't have to be like, so like during your luteal phase, which is right after ovulation before menstruation, one of the like proteins you're supposed to eat is meat, red meat. And she says like you don't have to strictly only eat that, but like make sure you eat at least one meal of that. Or like a majority of your food should be that and whatever the other things are. Because she goes down to veggies, beans, grains. Like, she does all different food groups, which I think is cool.
Damn.
I mean, like, you and I don't really eat beans, but for someone like who's a vegan or vegetarian, they probably really need that section.
Right.
So I think that's cool. But so she says, if you sync your cycle correctly and eat all the right foods, you should never need caffeine.
Damn.
Because the reason most of us need caffeine is like our blood sugars are probably too low or our cortisol's too high. And if you're eating the right foods, your body can regulate that way better. So you don't have any peaks or valleys of energy throughout the day.
So this is what I'm going to say, though. You ever work a long day in the sun?
Different cycles.
Okay.
Because men have a 24-hour cycle. So you're probably going to be more likely to be affected by the things you do throughout a day.
That makes sense.
Instead of throughout a phase.
That makes sense. Damn. Yeah, dude, because I hit fucking 1 o'clock working in the sun. I'm like, I need a fucking siesta. Or I need some caffeine.
Yep.
One or the other. Makes sense why all Mexicans take siestas at 1.
Hell yeah. The last time I was in Spain, which was 8 years ago. I don't know, it was a long time ago. There was actually quite a few shops that you couldn't go to from like noon until 2 because they would go have lunch and have siestas.
I'm in it, dude. I am about it.
They're way more chill over there.
Let's do it. Fucking work like 7 to 5 with a siesta at lunch.
That'd be wonderful. We could. We're on our bosses.
I know, we could do anything.
That's not going to work out for her.
That's not comfy. Okay, I like that.
But yeah, so that's just like a fun fact for all of you. Once again, every and any woman should read this book no matter what. And she even like talks about like PMS symptoms too. Like, women shouldn't even have any of those. No woman should have any type of cramps,
Crazy.
acne flare-ups, nothing. And I'm like, man, it's just, I have like mild cramps one day, and then sometimes I get a little bit of acne. But just the thought of like, you shouldn't get anything blows my mind.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So,
What about guys? Probably not telling you much. All right, guys, I'm 4 weeks into the No Test Diaries.
how's it going, babe?
I think I started getting a good mood Saturday.
The mood's been a lot smoother.
Saturday, I think my mood got better. I've been getting tired, though.
Yeah.
Like, I get tired, like, before, like, I would get tired at lunch. And I would get tired at 4 or 5 o'clock, like, when I'm done with work. Dude, I've been tired.
All day long?
No. Like, I'll still make it to my 1 or whatever, and I'm doing okay. But come about 3 or 4 p.m., and I am, like, crushed. I am tired. And, like, when I was at jiu-jitsu, 6 o'clock, I couldn't wake up. I couldn't charge up. I was just, like, out.
Yeah, it's been kind of like, Shaun's been coming home from practice, and it doesn't help that your practices are
6:30 to 7:45, 8.
I mean, I was just gonna say you've been going a lot harder these like past
Sure.
2 weeks because of your comp coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like comes back and he's just like looks drained. Like looks like he could just put his head on something and be out within seconds.
Zombified, baby.
I've been impressed that you've been able to read your book after class lately too.
It's been difficult.
Yeah, I bet. So yeah, I mean that is one thing like testosterone does. It gives you energy.
I miss it, dude. I knew I was gonna have some issues. Fucking A, dude. I remember why we said I'm getting on and never getting off.
Yep.
I remember. I am a different human being.
Okay.
Maybe.
I wouldn't say you're a different human being. I would just say you're like a less spunky Shaun.
When I'm not on test.
Yeah.
There we go. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little more frazzle-dazzle when I'm on.
Yeah, you're just meh.
Bro, I'm a little meh.
Yeah.
And I don't like you even saying that because it makes me want to get back on so fucking bad.
It's not like your personality. Your personality is still there. But like Shaun's always just like ready to rip and go. Always. And it's just like the feminine side of you is like coming out because he's just like, can we just like watch a movie, just hang out with Mimi? And I'm just like, sure, you weirdo. Usually you want to like work until 8-9 p.m., but whatever.
I actually think I figured something out.
Okay.
And this is gonna correlate a lot. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
You know when people always say like, hey dude, just chill. You know, like just chill. You work all the fucking time, you're always doing something, just chill. And I'm like, I don't like chilling. Leave me the fuck alone, loser.
It's because it's too feminine for you?
It's because of my testosterone.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just go. Because now the thoughts I have in my brain is like, man, I'll just fucking sit around and eat food. Who gives a fuck? I'll just skip the gym. Nothing matters. Fuck it. Oh, work 6 hours? That'd be good enough.
You're way less disciplined.
Dude, the discipline disappears. Like it's so difficult.
Is that an estrogen trait? Is that a feminine trait to be not disciplined?
All I know is this. This is all I'm gonna say. When I look at dudes who are high performers, okay? Most of them are on TRT.
We're good.
Most of them are on TRT, right? High performers?
Yeah.
Most on TRT.
Yes.
I am not right now. And I don't want to perform. I'm like, here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing. And I'm just like, I just am like, if I was on, it's just fucking me up so much, dude, is all I'm getting at. I'm not the like, and I shouldn't say it. I haven't been feeling like I'm the fucking get after it entrepreneur Shaun. I'm more like, you know, what if we all just kumbaya and watch Netflix?
Hear me out. Let's say you never did steroids.
Oh, don't. Oh, interesting. I see where you're going.
Would you have started business so hard?
No, I guarantee you not. Because before I ever started anything, okay? Holy fuck. By the end of this podcast, I'm going to be calling the clinic to get back on. If we're not careful.
Continue.
If we're not careful. Wow, dude, that's fucked. Because before test, I did do a lot of shit. I was like pretty much go. I was quite a bit go. But I would chill and I would crash hard. I would like, and like, yeah, I would pretty much once like, unless I was like working part-time job or whatever, once I got home, dude, I just like crashed, did nothing, just chilled all night. So yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't have. But then when I got on shit, dude, nothing mattered. I was like, I literally can run the fucking world.
Mm-hmm. Did you feel like that a couple months ago while you were still on, though?
That I could run the world?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I would say like 2 months ago before I got off, I actually felt like I could just conquer things.
So this is what we got to think about. One, I think we should try to run this course, right? Let's see if you can just get it back up somehow, right? Let's just try. If there's a time to try, now's the time to try. Because you'd have to get off anyways if you wanted to have kids.
You don't have to get off. I can just boost the HCG and clomiphene.
But let's just see if we
Okay.
can get it up. Because this is the best you've ever eaten, the most you
Right.
ever worked out.
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
going to be your best opportunity
100%.
to get it back up naturally.
Yeah.
And then we're going to both just have to work hard for you to be who you normally are. Because here's the thing. Think about this, Shaun.
Yeah. Go for it.
What did you just read me in your book yesterday?
All right, dude. That's true.
100%.
It's true. It's all self-prophecy.
100%. And you've been self-prophesizing that your test is going to be so low and then you're going to go through this crash. And I keep telling you, no, think your test is going to get high again because then it will. So
I
tell
see
us,
what you're saying.
tell us the story.
I see what you're saying. So, in the Law of Success with Napoleon Hill, he talks about a lady who her mom had breast cancer. And so she was always like, I'm going to get breast cancer. I'm going to get breast cancer. And what?
This isn't the one you told me. Anyways, continue.
Holy fuck. It's not.
No.
Let me give you this one first.
Okay.
I'm going to get breast cancer. I'm going to get breast cancer. I'm going to get breast cancer. And then she would always palpate her left breast. And she's like, I've got a tumor in there. I just know it. Whatever. It was like 2 decades later, she died of breast cancer in her left breast.
2 years?
20 years later.
20 years.
So forever she's like, I just know, I know. And she'd get checked out. They're like, you're fine. Stop it. You're fine. She's like, no, I know. And then sure enough, after 20 years,
I mean, at least it took 20 years, but still.
Yeah. So the other one, they took a guy in Canada who was on death row. And they put him on a guillotine to chop his head off. They put his hands in his head in, and they dropped a warm, not blade, like stump, and it hit the back of his neck. And when it hit the back of his neck, they poured warm water down his neck, down his spine, so that it felt like his head was chopped off from the...
So you got the thud,
thud.
And then the feeling of blood. In
Yeah,
quotes.
the feeling of blood. Within 7 minutes, he was pronounced dead with 0 laceration, 0 strangulation, nothing, just because he believed he was bleeding out and died.
So you can believe that you have high test.
In theory, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
I don't think it's going to be fast, though.
No, but
Right.
it's worth a shot, dude.
It's worth a try.
Mm-hmm.
Worth a try.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll try it out.
Man, it's going to be just so interesting, guys. I'm so curious about this. Because there's so many things that, like you and I noticed you've had your vision next to your nightstand, and I think you've been reading every night or morning. I don't know. But I should, like, write out a list of, like, my self-prophecies or something, and then just read it out every morning and every night of, like things I want to change. Like, I do procrastinate, so just being like, I am productive, I am efficient, I am whatever.
Yeah. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I just stand in the cold shower. I just stand in the cold shower in the morning, and I just say to myself, I have high testosterone.
Mm-hmm.
I have high testosterone.
100%.
I do it. I don't know. Maybe someday it'll come to prophesize. Hopefully.
We don't even know. We haven't even, like, checked your testosterone. This could all just be stuff that...
This could all be in my head. I'm rocking 700 testosterone. It's all in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt it. But
I mean, because you've gone through this before, so, I mean, you know all the patterns, the signs.
And I know what my levels were at.
Mm-hmm.
250.
Mm-hmm. So now you got to remind yourself that just because you feel this way now, it doesn't mean that you're at 250.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. And you got to believe in what you're doing and that it's helping, because then it'll help.
Right. damn. I was ready to get back on, dude. I was ready to just dive back in head first.
Hell no, we're gonna try getting you back up there naturally before we do that.
I was gonna throw in the towel. Do it for life.
But
That's
then
all right.
we will have to think of how we're gonna do things when we're done with kids. Because testosterone is gonna be our birth control.
It's your fault. Should never let me get off, and then we would never have to worry about that.
You're the one that doesn't want to be pinned anymore.
I said that played a role, but it wasn't the biggest role. I just didn't like being dependent on something.
Especially if, like, something happens where your supply is gone.
If the supply got held up, that would suck.
Mm-hmm.
That would suck.
I wouldn't be opposed to you getting back on, obviously, in, like, 60s, 70s. Because it naturally dips anyways. But, I mean, I guess if this, you mentally thinking, I have high test and you can get it to 700, then we can keep you there. Maybe mentally.
If that works, I'm in. I will self-prophesize. If it don't come up, and I'm not putting a timestamp on it, I'm fucking getting back in deep.
Yeah, go for it.
Head first.
Go for it.
If it starts affecting me in the way of, like, running a business or, like, doing what I love to do, I'm going to have to fucking pull the plug.
I mean, what did Mark Bell say? He only had to get off for, like, a month or two to get his wife pregnant?
He got for a couple months, got her pregnant, got back on. He's like, I hated it. And I don't blame him.
You get it. You understand. He said he got depression really bad, though.
Yeah, bro. That was me 2 weeks ago.
News to me.
Just kept it locked in there. Mm-hmm. Just letting that shit swirl.
We can always tell when Shaun's estrogen is too high. Can I tell them this?
What?
About your dreams.
Oh, I don't care.
Okay. We can always tell when Shaun's estrogen is too high because he always dreams about me cheating on him. Always. Every time.
Every time.
It's been 6 years since the last time you got off of test.
Yeah.
And it was
Same
like,
shit.
it was every night. And then that one time was even worse because you were on Accutane.
And I didn't know what was wrong.
Yeah. So Accutane causes you to have depression anyways. And that's why they usually only let teenagers use it because...
I think it's like depression, anxiety, and high blood pressure.
Well, remember, we had to search for the high blood pressure that they don't tell you.
Right.
I found it on one page, and that was the only page that said high blood pressure. But anyways, so they only give it to teenagers because you're already going through a whole bunch of hormonal changes. So it doesn't affect you mentally as much because you're already used to that.
And they probably shouldn't give it to people, period. They probably it shouldn't be legal.
No. But so, yeah, Shaun was able to get some...
Black market, baby.
Yeah, on the black market. And so he was getting off a test and doing that. And, man, so his test was low, estrogen high, depression high.
Basket case, dude.
Dude, I was a lesbian for a little bit.
I was so fucked up.
Dude, Shaun, I'd never seen Shaun so lazy. Not interested in me at all. Not interested in any women at all. Just didn't. And then he'd, like, wake up and, like, would freak out at me for cheating on him in his dream. And I'm like, I haven't done that in real life, dog.
I wouldn't freak out. But babe, what's going on?
In Shaun world, it was a freak out.
Okay, all right.
Your freak outs aren't like other people's freak outs.
Yeah, you gotta, like, let people know it's like...
A Shaun freak out?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. And then we were, like, talking to one of the personal trainers at the gym about it. And he's just like, bro, why'd you even get off? Mm-hmm. And then Shaun almost had a heart attack, or possibly had a heart attack. And we found that was from Accutane. So we got Shaun off of Accutane and went back on test.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are.
Brought it all back, full circle, baby.
That was 6 years ago. That was a long time.
6 years. Dang, dude.
And it was an instant bounce back.
Instant, dude.
It was like 1 week, and Shaun was like, let's go. I was like, cool.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I miss it. I miss it.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
Crazy.
Yeah. So this, and we do know, like, our diet was not nearly as good as it is now. Because I think it was shortly after that we started the vertical diet then?
Yeah.
Or was it before that?
We started a little before that. Quite a bit before that.
Yeah.
A little bit before that.
But we were still eating out probably 3-4 times a week.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, dude. It's tough. We'll see how it goes. Definitely got to do something to get my libido up.
Yeah. Shaun has no interest in me at all. None.
0. I'm like, dude, I could just fucking do nothing and be content.
Mm-hmm. Now you understand what it's like to be a woman. You just don't think about it. And then you have to, like, work to be in the mood.
It's terrible.
It's what a woman's like.
Terrible.
Hmm?
Yeah. Man, I miss the fucking juice running through my veins.
Honestly, like, so, it hasn't been recently, but like 3, 4, 5 years ago, like, I was always like, I'd get worried about Shaun, and like, I'd kind of freak out about, like, what if he's cheating on me or something when he wouldn't touch me. Because Shaun's very much of, like, a smack my ass whenever I walk by, or, like, you just like to grab me. He does it at home. He doesn't do this in public at all. But, or, like, if you don't kiss me as much. There's some other little things that Shaun, like, always does. And there'd be times where, like, I would notice he wouldn't do it for, like, 3-4 days. And then I'd be, like, panicking. And then I'd be like, Shaun, is everything okay? And you're just like, yeah, I've just been busy. Like, I haven't thought about it because, like, so much shit is happening at the group homes or whatever. I just haven't. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's good. Okay, cool. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine.
Now there's nothing now.
There's nothing.
There's nothing now, dude.
Every morning there's I'm not gonna say what it is, but every morning Shaun does this very specific thing, and, like, just hasn't happened. And today I finally mentioned it to him, and I was just like, I know, like, I act like I get annoyed when you do this, but it's sad when you don't.
It's always the same shit, dude. Yeah, chick acts like they don't like it, and then when it's gone, they're like, I miss it.
I want it.
And I'm just like, here's the deal. I don't know. So anyways, yeah, it's kind of wild, dude. It actually is a pretty big revelation. Makes a lot of sense because I got a lot of friends who are like, yeah, we have, like, me and my partner will have sex like maybe once a week. And I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, well, we don't really, whatever. I'm not, like, in the mood that much, and she's not, whatever. And I'm like, what?
Like, it doesn't matter how busy we are. Like, I understand people with kids, like, right, life is a lot busier. It does not matter how busy we are. If Shaun has 20 minutes in between stuff, he's
man.
Like, we're doing it.
It's getting in.
Yep.
And now I'm like, man, I could probably go a few months. I don't even care. It's not even appealing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's weird.
It's fucked, dude.
It is.
You ready for me to get back on?
No.
Because I am. All right, anyways. So, yeah, that's that. I guess we'll try prophesizing for a bit. This is actually terrible. I didn't think it'd be this terrible. It's terrible. And,
Can you sense the meh through the microphone, guys?
training's not as good. I don't have the kind of aggression I used to have.
Because you're listening to podcasts still.
No. I'm talking jujitsu gym even.
Oh, okay.
I can't. Like, getting ramped up. I don't get ramped up there as well.
Interesting.
Like, I could, like, there's a switch, and I'm able to flip the switch and go.
So, I think, like, these next couple days, like, we should cut out probably all sugars and make sure you sleep a lot.
Oh, for the meat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else is a test killer? I mean, a lot of things. But
All things.
we should try to, like, boost it as much as we can the next couple days. And then take off anything that kills it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you're a man listening and you're ever curious of why you have no motivation or anything, it's probably because you have a lack of testosterone. There's multiple ways you can fix it. You can either go to a clinic and get prescribed, but I understand if you don't want to take shots.
Well, if you've never been on, honestly, getting enough sleep, over 7 hours of sleep a night, cleaning up your diet.
Sugar is a number one killer.
Sugar's the number one killer. Get rid of sugar. Start eating a lot of red meat. Red meat and eggs. And lifting.
Yeah.
Lifting weights. Dude, those things will just boost your test. Cold water helps boost it and stuff.
Just make subtle changes and it'll go.
Yeah.
And then obviously, like, if you're curious, like if you start doing these things and you're still feeling like very tired and worn down or whatever, definitely like you can go get your levels tested pretty easily. Just to see like where you're at, because most men under 40 should be at like 700.
Yeah, but that's not the case anymore.
No, I think average is like 500 now.
It's under that.
Yeah.
Probably under that.
Yeah,
you got to cut out your oils too. Seed oils.
Soy.
Seed oils and soy are big ones.
Yeah, so fast food, no go.
There's a lot of things that kill it, dude. A lot of things. All right, that's enough about that. I'm going to try to stay in good graces. I'm going to try to self-prophesize.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to pull through this. There's aggression in there somewhere. I just got to find it.
It's a choice. I was reading Manology by Tyrese Gibson and Rev Run. Shaun was actually reading it, but it popped up on my Kindle, and I was like, I'll try reading this. Oh, if you want a book to fall asleep to, then pick a boring book. So I was like, this can't be very interesting, so I picked it to read it, to try and fall asleep. And the chapter that it was on was about Rev Run, because Tyrese Gibson is married, right?
I don't know these answers.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure I don't know. One of the guys was talking about how he doesn't judge men that cheat, but they need to realize it's a choice. So you don't come from cheating. You choose to cheat.
Right. Yep.
And it was just like very interesting on like how he like stated it, because like he's married, so he's just like, I choose my wife every day. And he's like, so I make decisions based off of that choice. So he says like, because he made that choice, he's not, when he's out and about, he's not even looking at other girls. He doesn't pay attention to other girls, anything, because like he's already made a conscious decision that his wife is the woman.
Right.
Think about cars. You haven't chosen a car, so when you're out and about, what are you looking at?
Cars. Oh, interesting.
But once you make a conscious decision of what car you want. So, like, when you bought the Chevy truck.
Yep.
Were you still looking at cars? When you bought the V-Dub originally? But as soon as you were just like, this isn't my favorite, then you started looking again.
Right.
So, like, making a conscious effort to keep choosing your wife and everything, then you're not going to be distracted by all these shiny objects.
Right.
And secondly, not putting yourself in positions that could make you choose something other than your wife.
Right.
So, like, they were talking about how, like, even at, like, photo shoots, or if he's at some kind of event, like, if, like, a attractive woman comes up and, like, talks to him or whatever, like, he keeps it very short, make sure, like, not to overtouch or be, like, provocative in any way, like, Because
Right.
he knows, like, I choose my wife. Like, this is just a woman, and let's move on.
100%.
Mm.
100%.
And we've talked about that. Like, if you don't want to cheat, you don't put yourself in positions to cheat.
Too easy.
Mm-hmm.
Self-control is just putting boundaries in. So in times of weakness, you do not have temptations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, yeah, I just think it's, like, very interesting. It goes, like, with the self-prophesizing and everything. Like, growing up, like, my dad was a cheater, and I always said, like, I'm going to be a cheater, blah, 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 blah. I never did. And, like, we got together, and I was just like, Shaun's my man.
Right.
I don't need anything else. And I tell you that all the time.
Right.
When Shaun went through his first girly phase, I had to remind him that all the time.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So I thought that's just, like, an interesting, like, it really puts in perspective of just, like, literally every aspect of your life. Like, it's just a slight mind shift that you have to work on. And then it's just...
Yeah, you can control two things.
Mm-hmm.
Your thoughts and your actions.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's cool. I love it.
Yeah.
Dude, the mind is a crazy thing.
Very crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So that's what I've been reading. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm reading like 5 different books right now.
Well, you good?
I'm good. I think that's everything I learned from all my books this week.
I love it. I have high testosterone.
Yeah, you do.
There we go. All right, gang.
And I'm productive.
I hope you enjoyed this one. We'll catch you on the next one.
See ya.